Okay. So first of all, you have to set a project, and in POM you have to add dependencies. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I did it. You Hibernate,
Yep. Hibernate,
and
MySQL.
Core. Yeah. MySQL.
you have to make this file.
Yep.
This file is main file, which is where you are configuring the Hibernate. Like here we have dialect. This is XML, right? Who
Yes.
who is supposed to read this file?
The
Session factory.
Hibernate. Hibernate session factory.
Okay. Yeah.
So this is called dialect. Dialect is responsible for creating a query. It is responsible for generating query as per the underlying database. And then we have driver class, then we have URL, username, password, right?
Yeah.
An update means you are saying if table is not there, create it. If anything has to be update it. So SQL means whatever query generated, it print it on the console. And there would be session. That session would be per thread. When you make a request, so that would be applicable for it. This is the entity, right? You are saying, hey Hibernate, which class you are supposed to treat as an entity. So you have to make an entry of it, right?
Yeah.
Or a vehicle, right? So yesterday we talked about what we talked about art entity, art
Mm.
table. No? Art entity is saying this vehicle can be saved into the database.
yep.
Table means
Yeah.
the table name. If you don't give the name, it by default table will be class name.
Okay.
And in this you mention at ID. At ID means which is the
It
primary key. Generated
primary key.
value means it is auto generated. So
Mhm.
when you deal with Hibernate entity, there must be at ID primary key.
Mm.
You got a point?
Okay.
Give me a second. So, this is, this much you have to do. An update dependency, configure this file, then in vehicle, you know, you go and annotate with entity, annotations, right?
Oh, and you also, when you made the file, you made it a jar and not a war because you said you were going to do
Yeah,
something.
yeah, project, yeah, yeah. This is project. Project may be, a standalone project, or it could be, web project.
Web.
You know what I'm saying? And the gears, uh, you know, you don't take tension. When you deal with Hibernate, you have to build session factory. What you have to build? Session factory. This
Session
code,
factory.
no need to know. Session factory, when you are creating, you are using XML file. That's it. And what this is, you should not, this is not your job, right? Forget about it. Cool? Yeah. So session, if you want to interact with Hibernate, you need session, you see? Then transaction begin, transaction commit. Hmm?
Mm.
And the main thing is this one. You have to make an object of it, right? And set color and this, and then save the vehicle. Got it? Yes. The Spring will make a session factory for you. Everything will be taken care by the Spring. You have to just do what? Session object dot save. Even you are not going to write begin transaction and commit transaction, right? Spring will take care of it. You have to just make the entity, then you have to save it. Your job is done. Yeah. So if you run your program, it was working last time, right?
Yeah.
Pink.
Yeah. You made a table that saved automatically.
Mm.
Brand Omega. Give me a second, please.
Any of y'all live in the United States here?
Yeah.
Bro, what'd you think about the election?
Right.
You don't know, man, what to say. And like,
I think
so
they'll
both
do
of them were
rematch. The rematch.
neck to neck.
Let's continue. Like if you run it, Like it's working, right? Query is generated.
Yeah.
Like now you have to fire select query. Which query?
Select query.
Select query.
Select.
Select query easy. I'm just looking here. There was a lot of, so this I opened last time. It is still open. No? The select query is easy. So, you know, I'm going to write it. Help me, copy paste. Like this code, you should not bother about it. You have to just take the idea, right? Not much. So load all, na? Fetch all data. Like what you need to do, if you want to fetch the data, everything is same, right? Begin transaction. So you have to just change only one thing. Can you see this? Yeah, begin transaction A. And here you have to change what? Session object dot create query, and here you write from
From
entity name.
vehicle. Vehicle.
From vehicle. Like it's easy, right? You are writing your query not on table, you are writing on the class, right? From vehicle.
Mm.
Like here, tension. I would like to write us in some more line. Here query, Mr. Hero. Like here you do
Yeah.
query, right?
Yeah.
Create query, so it will give you the query object. In query object, there is a method which can return
The data. Okay.
the query. I'm using Hibernate. When you say list, it will give you the list of vehicle. Oh my God, the magic. है In JDBC programming, we are writing bean puppet, hero mapper. We don't need anything. Na? Easy, right?
Wait, so on the create query, all you have to do is from vehicle and it'll just find it, select it for you?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. You have to just write select and class name, and it will bring you everything for you. For got it?
And now you will utilize
Uh,
it.
Confused? Now I'm
yes.
going to
No,
iterate
iterating,
it.
right? Yeah.
That's it. That you know already.
Mm.
So I don't know how many people understand this much. Huh? But you have to take the idea, right? This is called, when you write the query on class and attribute of it, it is called HQL. What?
It's hi Hibernate
Hibernate
query.
query language, yeah.
Okay.
So how does Hibernate know when you say from vehicle that you want to select?
Hibernate is smart. When you say from vehicle, it will go to this table and you select star from vehicle table. That's it. Hibernate knows about it. It's internal. Because class means it knows about table. Can you see this? I'm able
So
to fetch everything.
so
Yeah.
what if we want to find a particular data based on the ID?
You can do that. So
Okay.
let me do that.
I'm assuming you can write from vehicle where and then put the query.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Maybe you want to do on the basis of what?
ID. Where?
Oh, VID. So you can simply you can you can do where
Mm-hmm.
and VID attribute of the class equals to,
Placeholder.
yeah, it works. You can
And
use
say
placeholder,
5 or whatever, yeah.
or you can write variable name also if you want, parameter VID, right? As a, so you compare queries compile, then you can do set parameter, and you can write the parameter name pvid, and here you can write ID. Make sense? Hello, Hannah?
Yeah.
So
Great.
What,
you can do like this.
then we only had a 1, 3, and a 5. Do we have a 2?
I don't know what you said. I'm saying this VID will be replaced by 2. That's it. So basically this is called named parameter. If you want, you can give placeholder also like this.
Mm-hmm.
Then yeah, here you have to give the number, right?
Yeah. Mm.
So this one is preferred one, this one.
Okay.
And you run it. So it will give you the vehicle, which ID is 2.
Sure.
Could not locate parameter.
The
Actually, it's
ID,
not
I think we
G.
only have 1, 3, and 5 as the
No,
IDs.
no, 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 no,
PPID and PPID.
parameter, the name was wrong. You see, query is fat, but data is not there. Somebody is saying, why? I think you guys are right.
1, 3, and 5. Those are the ones we have.
Uh, 135. We don't have 135. It's easy, right?
Yeah.
JDBC programming was too tough, man. It's coming, right? So I need you want to do practice of it, and if you want, you can delete it also. Delete is just cup of tea. Delete, delete.
You didn't post the last one, but could you post this one so that I can
Yeah, yeah,
copy
yeah.
and paste the
Sir,
prompt?
sir, sure, sure. Everything I'll give you today. Like here, if you want to delete, right? There is many way to do it, right? So if you want to
So we
delete,
don't have to use a JSP to display the contents.
eh, why not, man? Why talking like this? This is only giving you the data, man.
Yeah,
GSP you
only in
need
the
without.
console.
Eh, we are dealing with backend only, right? GSP without GSP servlet, without GSP frontend, you cannot think anything. Hmm? Hmm.
Okay.
GSP will come. Right now, I'm teaching you a little bit this. You want to delete it? Yeah. So if you want to delete it, there is many way to do it, right? One way to do is, I don't know. One way to delete is that if you know the primary key, right? So you can use load the get method. Can you see this?
Load.
Load, and here you can write the entity which you want to load. Class, and here you can pass the primary key, right? So load what does? It will load the entity as per primary key. Got it? But it is kind of select where ID is this. You guys are not replying. Hmm? What happened?
I didn't
Yeah, are
get
you with
it.
me?
So in this case, it's loading one records.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. He is saying I will load vehicle
Oh,
3. Same thing, but in different format. This method you can use when you know the primary key of the entity. Load and get two method. Load and get method are used to load entity as per its primary key. You got a point?
Nagendra.
hmm.
You guys can ask questions.
So load actually doesn't hit the database every time. Which one is hit the database every time you make a file recording? Is it get or load?
Can you come again?
Now I'm saying, is it get or load? Which one does hit the database every time you file recording?
Actually, when you want to load data and you want to update it, you should use load method. But if you want to load the data and you want to show it in the GUI, you should use get method because load work in lazy fashion.
Okay.
Get works in eager fashion.
Okay.
So this will when you should use load and get method. Load and get method only you should use when you know the primary key.
Okay.
So
Got it?
Nagenda, can you explain more about the loading and getting method? So
Yeah, 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 yeah.
are we putting it in the memory or in that case was I'm a little bit confused what's going on with the load and get method. What
Huh.
exactly are we trying to achieve there?
Listen to me. I said get you can use when you want to load the data and you want to show it on the GUI, right? Use get method. But load you should use when you want to load data in the memory and you want to perform some manipulation on it. Then you should use load method. Got it? That is the
Okay.
only difference. That's it. So here I want to load it in the memory and I want to delete it. So once your object is loaded in the memory, then you can delete it. How you can delete it? I don't know. How you can delete it? You have to just use session object, and in this we have a method. A remove or delete method is there. Can you see this? Delete an object. If you understand, say understand. Otherwise, say I don't understand.
Okay, Nagendra.
Uh-huh.
So what if we don't know the ID which we want to remove?
Then you cannot use it. Your
Okay.
question is how I can delete the record which attribute I don't know. You cannot
Yeah.
do this. You can't.
Okay.
You want to your statement is like you want to kill somebody, but you don't know whom you want to kill.
Yeah. I mean, you
Then
can
randomly
use,
you can kill anybody, right? Whom you don't like, you kill it. Doesn't matter.
I mean, you can use create query and you can use another attribute that you know. You can use another attribute you know.
See. If you know the primary key of the entity which you want to delete, you can use load method. If you don't know the primary key of it, you know some other attribute, then you have to use query.
Create
Yes.
query, yeah.
Use either or.
Yeah. So let me run it. So it is going to delete the record which ID is 3. So I'm going to run it. Cling cling, delete from. Wow. And now when you fetch the data, there would be no record
Number 3.
which ID is 3. So what we have learned so far? We have learned
Load and get
fetch all,
method. Yeah.
insert,
Delete.
and delete, and find by ID, right? Last I'm going to show you update. You can see update how much it is cup of tea, right? Update is a cup of tea, right? Let me try. Hello, update, no? So you can see in Hibernate, if you want to perform all this CRUD operation, it is just cup of tea. So you want to update, right? So first of all, you should know the ID, right? So यहाँ पे you can use scanner. South enter the ID and teaser scanner dot next
Next
int.
int.
Like here, then you can enter the new brand, right? Enter new brand. Make sense? Like here,
Yeah.
what you do is first
What's
of
the
all,
difference between next and next line?
next line. Suppose you are entering Nagendra space Kumar. The next line will take whole Nagendra space Kumar. But if you use next, it will take only Nagendra. Space Kumar will be skipped. The next line will include space. Next will not include space.
Okay.
Uh, like what I'm doing is here, I'm just, you see, update is very interesting.
Screen is Nagendra.
Uh, my screen is not frozen.
I have a
Here,
question here. You say, we don't put a primary key, so the primary key is generated by the Hibernate. You mean that when we
yeah,
update it?
yeah. No.
Uh-huh.
When you create a record,
Okay.
then only primary key is generated. In Oh my God, somebody
I
has
mean,
music magic.
I mean,
When
I
I'm
mean
speaking,
now.
my voice is coming back to me. Really good.
I mean, my question is, when you put, from the keyboard, the primary key, do we have to put it the ID, the VID, or it generate by itself when you
This
update?
when you are creating, it will be generated by itself. But in
Okay.
case of delete, in case of update, you have to enter it.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Thank you.
Oh, no, nice. You know what happening was when I'm speaking, my voice is coming 10 seconds back to me. Good. Eh,
So if the ID you entered is already in the system, is it going to create that ID? Or
yeah. If you are,
it can still duplicate it?
sir, when you are updating it, right, ID must be present in the database, right? So what you are doing, as per the ID, right, you are loading the data. Once data is loaded, you can just change the attribute of it. Hibernate automatically will update the table. Oh my God, fantastic! Look what I did, Mr. Hero. Here, what I'm doing. You guys are not replying. I'm simply, updating the attribute. See, I'm not doing anything else. Can you see this? Right? When you enter the ID, I'm loading entity into the memory. Yes. And this entity, I'm just updating the attribute. Hibernate automatically will push all the changes in database. Magic? Earlier you were writing complex query, update table, set, blah, 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 where equals to this. Let me run.
So
Hmm. I'm going to update the brand of the record 5. Nah? Brand I want to make Mu. That's fine. Yeah. You want to see what brand is updated? You
Yes,
guys are
that's ready.
replying.
yes.
UFA. So run it. You will see the brand. Brand become Mu. Nah?
Yeah.
But what I did for update? Nothing. If you want to update, I'm taking the ID. As per the ID, I'm loading entity in the memory. And this entity, I'm just setting the attribute of it. I'm not using update query anywhere. Automatically, when you commit the transaction, Hibernate will take care of it. So this thing I'm going to use everywhere. Be careful. Hmm. If you want to update anything, what you need to do in Hibernate, you need to load the entity in the memory. After that, whatever attribute you want to change of it, you just go and change it. Done.
So you can't use query like you can for the select. You have to use load.
Load, you should use load when you have primary key. Mug it. If you don't have primary key, you have something else, you have to use query.
Nagendra,
1 second. Other people, anybody have any question queries so far? Be honest, man. Like you guys have good flexibility. You have to just ask questions if you have any
So it's
confusion at
better to
all.
use query anytime instead of
Can you come again?
it's better to use query every time, right?
No, no, no. If you know the primary key, I'm repeating it. If you know the primary key of the entity, it's good to use load or get method. Mug it. If you don't know the primary key of the entity, then you can use query. All other cases.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Few. What's your name? I forget it. You are asking some question. Go ahead.
no, it's Fitzu.
Okay. Done. I have done all the CRUD operations. Anybody have any question query, guys?
Nagendra, yes, Fitzu.
Putsum, tell me.
So criteria is the same as query. We use it for the same purpose.
Criteria is the API which is used to make dynamic query.
Okay.
So I have another question.
Please tell me what's your question.
That config, the hibernate.cfg.xml,
Hmm.
is it mandatory? It's always a fix. We need to have that.
Yeah. Actually, if you use Hibernate standalone, right, then you need a Hibernate or cfg.xml file. But if you use a Hibernate with Spring, then this XML file is not needed. We can configure because this XML file is anyway provide data to the Hibernate. But if you use Spring and Hibernate integration, then you can provide all this information in other style also, in Spring style. So this name is only applicable as long as you are using Hibernate standalone. But if
Okay.
you integrate Hibernate with other technology like Spring, then you don't need this file. You may need, may not, because we have other option also to configure with it. Hmm.
And one that doesn't have access to that to see the contents in that XML file.
You want to see?
Yeah, if you want to see how it.
Like here, this informations are fixed. This is the entity which you want to work with. This is saying your session will be per thread. This is saying when some query will be generated, it would be printed it on the console. This is saying create a table automatically as per the entity. Username, password, username, and this is the URL. You know it, right? This is the driver and dialect. Dialect is the basically, Hibernate generate query automatically. The dialect is responsible for generating the query as per the database. If you want to make it MySQL, use MySQL dialect. If you want to generate query for Oracle, then you have to change it, right? So tomorrow you want to migrate your MySQL to Oracle, then you have to change this configuration file only.
Okay.
Ta-dang!
So
You have to change your
reference.
dialect, username, password, and this much. You have to just change this much if you want to change your database. Today you are using MySQL. Tomorrow your company plans to use DB2. Then you have to make update in this file only.
Okay.
So
Have
everything remain the same except the database. Then we can change to
exactly.
Oracle. That's it.
When you use Oracle,
Hmm.
username, password, driver, and dialect will be changed. Other will be as it is.
Okay.
Done. So in Hibernate, I have done what Hibernate is, what is the benefit of it, how to set up. Like I have taught you this thing very fast, right? If you go with tutorial, they will teach you, in many hours, many topics. Got it? So you have to just do the practice of this much. Next thing, which I'm going to teach you one more thing today is one-to-one relationship. What?
1 to 1.
One-to-one relationship.
Here, I'm telling you, if you guys are not doing practice, right, then you'll be in trouble. So today I'm going to give the code and go and do practice, and you can say again, what you taught me, I know only that much, not less than, not more than that. Fine.
Okay.
My plan to teach you is one-to-one. Like in Hibernate, one table may be related with other table. So there is a concept of parent key, primary key and foreign key. So you need to understand. Here we have a table. My table is like person table, right? So person table, definitely it will have primary key. Yeah, PID. Not replying, guys. Email. No? Many
Yes,
things.
sir.
Yeah.
I'm
And
writing in email.
then you have another table.
Hmm.
This entity related with other entity one-to-one. Like this person will have one-to-one. What could be one-to-one? Like
Employee?
passport.
Uh,
Yeah. Passport, right? Hmm. Hello.
Yeah.
Person table and passport table. Two table is there, but the one person record will have only one passport table, right? For example,
Right.
like this is the table. You need to immediately say no, right?
Hmm.
So, but this I will teach you today only. But tomorrow when you come, I want because tomorrow I will teach you one to many or many to many. So
Basically,
tomorrow I will
each
tomorrow.
individual table can only have one relationship with the other table.
Yeah. There's a logical reason behind it. Uh, you know, playing, 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 playing. So person ID is one. Name is Jack. I'm going slow today. It's okay.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Jack and email is j@gmail.com. Wow. Yep. See, there is another table, right? This table is called passport table. So this passport table will have in notes. There is many way to do it, right? I'm telling you very commonly. This table will have again its own primary key, right? Yeah.
Hmm.
So what you need to do, like, yeah. So like here may be many record. Second record, max, right? Email ID is m@gmail.com. Hmm?
Hmm.
So this again have its primary key 1 2, right? This primary key and this primary key is different, right? It can start with 4. No, there is no relation. But see, in database there is a concept of primary key, right? Primary key is a column, right? And primary, if it is a primary key, then this value will be not repeated, right?
Yeah.
It will be neither null or not repeated.
Hmm.
It will be unique.
Unique. Now unique allows null value. Primary key and unique differences.
No duplication allowed.
Unity.
No, primary key doesn't
Ah,
allow valid.
primary key and unique both are both does not allow duplicacy, but unique allows null. Primary key even does not allow null.
Yes.
Unique allows null values, right? While primary key not. Primary key not. Hmm? Make sense?
Mhm.
Like here, the primary key, right? Like this, if you want to make a this is my passport number. Number I can give you anything, right? Assume this is my passport number. Assume karo. Mhm. And this is my passport number. And wait a second. This is my passport detail, right? It is my date of birth,
Nationality or
nationality. It could be anything. You understand what I'm trying to tell you as. mm, yeah, yeah. Nationality maybe or a passport year. Hmm. You got it? Yeah. Maybe other detail.
Mhm.
I hope you guys are following me.
Yeah.
The here,
Yep.
the, uh, so here there would be another column, right? This column, like you want to relate this record to this record, right? So
Yeah.
how you can do it in this table, right? You can make extra column, and you want to say Jack passport is this one.
Number four.
I mean the this is Jack password, right?
Yeah.
Passport. I'm sorry. This is Max passport. So how can link it? You have
Yes,
to
You
sir.
put
can
a foreign key over here.
The foreign
So
kids.
if it is belong to Jack, so you can make one, right? And here you can mention two, right?
Yeah.
So in second table there is a column, and in second table this column value is coming from where? It is
From
coming from primary key of
American.
the first
Jack.
for
Mm.
first table, right?
Yeah.
So how both the table are related to each because of this column? So let me tell you, this column is primary key, you know it, but the column, right? The column which value is coming from the primary key of the other table, then this
It's called
column is
foreign.
called foreign key,
Yeah.
right? Foreign key for foreign, second, RIGN, foreign key for first table, right? Foreign
Person
key,
table.
uh,
or
foreign key.
second table.
This is foreign key against person table. Hmm?
What does
Foreign
against?
key,
Yeah.
the foreign key for this table. This is foreign key for foreign key of passport table.
Hmm.
You need to understand this terminology. Passport table, right? Foreign key of passport table against person table. In this table, first table is called master table, right? Second one is called child table. Abhi, we have two table and both are related to one mapping. So one will
Okay.
be foreign master table, second will be child table. Child table is a table which contains foreign key.
Foreign kid.
Child table contains
Foreign.
foreign key. I don't know you got this much or not. Ask questions. I am telling you, if somebody asks this question twice, right, it's not good. Clear? If you have any question query, you can ask right now.
So Nagendra, is it like parent class and child class?
Exactly. Master matlab master means parent.
Yeah, and
Agree.
it is corresponding to the relative values.
Exactly. Exactly. Right. So you got the idea? Like, if you want, you can keep everything in one table. But normally in real life, we do not keep data in one table. We keep data in multiple table. That is called normalization. Normalization is a database concept, and we have different type of normalization that is out of the topic, right? I'm not going to teach you that. Clear? So maybe from this weekend, you can start your database session. Oracle, right? I'll tell you the timing, everything coming.
Is it okay to schedule during the weekday? Because I personally work on the weekends. So
So when you can do it on weekdays? In weekdays, my classes, I cannot hold my classes, okay? For other sessions, right? My class will be going on. Then how you can manage two sessions? That's my question. Hmm?
maybe teach part of the session in maybe programming, and then spare some few minutes, like 20 minutes for
Okay,
database.
so we'll talk on that normalization. Hey, you understand one-to-one mapping?
Yeah.
One-to-one.
So
Yeah.
basically, It
This is one-to-one mapping.
okay.
One-to-one mapping. Now I have to show it practically.
What will
In
happen
one,
if you have an entity like a person who has two passports? How are you going to implement it?
that is one too many,
And
Mister.
that's okay. That's the concept of one to many. Okay.
So one by one. Like in one-to-one, if you save your master record, child record will be also saved. All right. So let's learn one-to-one. How we can design it. Right. This is tabular design. Right. In table schema. But
Yeah.
same thing you have to design in a Java file, class file. In class file, you'll make the design and underlying table will be automatically created in this style. Hmm? I make you confused?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Maybe if you actually show it, it will be less
No, no,
confusing.
no, 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 no. Here, what confusion is? If you cannot understand here, you cannot understand in class. Class is a little bit more complex. Okay, this is easy. So why you confused? Tell me reason.
I think it's just the connection.
So tell me where is the confusion? Ask questions. Where you confuse?
So the second table will also share a similar ID with the primary key and the
Where
first key.
where I'm sharing, man? This is the primary key, right? This primary key is going to become a column, right? How you can say this record is related with this record? Jack.
Mm-hmm.
Jack is connected with last row.
Last row, yeah.
Because that's it. So this column, this is the column, extra column in child table, and with this child table value is coming from which table? Parent table, primary key.
Mm-hmm.
So in child table, there is a column which values are coming from the master table of the master table primary key. That's it. So
So
how both the table are related to each other because of foreign key
they'll have the
and
same
primary key.
ID.
Same
Naganda,
ID.
I have a question here. So if your ID read the record number one in the parent and master table, will it automatically delete this passport number on the second table?
Exactly. It should be. If you are not able to do it, your query will not run. Okay. Because
Okay.
if data is gone from the parent, right?
Yes.
Like in real life, if a person dies, what is the use of his passport? Does not make sense.
Okay. So
So in parent and child relationship, fine, देखो. In parent and child relationship, when data goes from the parent, right? Child data also should be gone. But reverse is not true. Hmm? If you lost your passport, then what? Then you will kill the people also because his passport is lost. Kill him. Hmm?
No.
you can always
No.
get another one.
Yeah, government have this kind of facility, right? If one person dies, his passport should be also destroyed. But opposite is not true.
Nagendra, I have a question. This is Freud. Is there any possibility to make a relationship between two tables without primary key or foreign key?
Sim. Can you come again?
Is that possible to make a relationship between two tables without a primary key or foreign key?
It's not possible.
Okay, thank you.
If there's a relationship between two tables, there must be foreign key and primary key concept. Mhm.
I
Hello.
got it. Thank you. I got it.
Like
Thank you.
in same program, right? If
All right.
you repeat your foreign key, right? If you allow duplicate in this, then it will become one too many. So one person can have two passport. In real life, it is not possible, right? But assume, hello, like mobile phone relationship between person and mobile.
Is one to one.
No, no, one person can have many mobile.
Yeah, one too many.
So like this relationship between this is your mobile information. Like here, table will be same, man. Again, you have primary key, foreign key, right? I'll show the same example programmatically. Mobile table, right? See, guys, I don't remember the syntax, right? But by googling and by doing copy paste, I can do it. And same thing I'm expecting from you. Clear? Serial number and this is the mobile phone. Like iPhone. This is phone type. hmm Samsung. Hello. And here price. Make sense? And here color white, silver. And this is the foreign key column, and this is called Persian phone ID. Hmm. So let me make another brand.
Nokia.
Google.
Oh, do Nokia, Google. That's correct. So color is pink. Hmm. See, in this Max has two mobile. So how can do that? Two, two. Got it? And Jack has only one mobile, right? So this relationship is one to many because one person has
2 phones.
two phones, right? Oh, concept is same, right? Huh. When you make a foreign key and you make it unique, right? Then it is called one to one. When you make a foreign key and you don't make it unique, then it is,
One too many.
oh my God, one to one and one to many are similar. Yep. What is the difference between one to one and one to many? Difference is in case of one to one, your foreign key will be unique.
Unique.
But in case of one to many, foreign key will be not
Pinky
unique.
will not be unique.
I
Hmm.
got both the concept. Now I have to see the practical example of it. Hmm?
Yes, sir.
So, Mr. Friend, because of you guys, I'm able to make both the relationship. Hmm? My diagram is done. I need to make only code. And syntax I remember? No,
No.
I don't. I don't. If somebody says, "Hey, can you write the program without, referring anything?" I cannot do it. I am helpless. And same, I'm not expecting from you. You should know the concept.
Okay.
Confused? No at all.
No, no, it's okay.
एक तो हो गया PID column and name column. Email, right? So I'm not writing name of the phone, type of the phone. It is a price, color, right? Cool. See, guys, if you don't understand, let me know. Because if you don't know this much, then you cannot understand Spring Boot. What is it? If you can't understand this, you cannot understand a Spring Boot. Spring Boot is based on this. And when I'm teaching, when I would teach Spring Boot, you cannot ask these questions. Mhm. Then I go, huh, of course I cannot teach you. So guys, you have one more chance. If anybody have any concern, any questions, please ask with me right now. Theoretically, you understand? Theoretically, practically, I will show you. Hmm?
Yeah.
So
If
this
somebody,
concept, Nagendra, this
yes,
concept is more applicable to relational database. So what about those databases that are not relational, like MongoDB, which you told us? Are you
yeah,
still
yeah.
gonna implement this?
MongoDB, we do implementation of it in different style. In
Huh.
MongoDB, we don't have relationship, right? We don't achieve with the help of one to one, one to many, foreign key.
Hmm.
So there is a other concept, right? So we should not think about it, right? So right now, the discussion which we are doing, it is for relational database. Fine.
Okay.
Let's go ahead. Can you help me? Like if I say, can you help me? You can say you can help from Google, not from us. Huh? Like what I want to do is all the operations, right? Like this is operation. I can move into main file. It's okay. Or you can say vehicle main to make it more manageable.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Entity we should put at one place. You can see my style of moving main, copy paste. Yep, you can delete it. Thing is gone. Oh, it's gone, really? Yep. What I'm doing, I'm just importing the file. Shortcut is Control Shift O. You can use this shortcut to manage and manage imports classes. Then, what I need to make, I need your help. You need to make a person class. Yep. Nah. And it should be entity.
Yeah.
Entity.
And then table.
And table is name equals to person. Okay. Then PID name email. You can decide primary, integer PID, private, integer name.
You forgot person underscore TBL.
Oh, nice. I was thinking people are sleeping in my session or they are watching it carefully.
No.
Hmm. That's true. It means everybody wake up.
And then the ID. Add the wait. Add ID.
ID it is. You want to add any other attribute into it or it is enough?
I think it's
Uh,
enough for demonstration.
yeah.
Okay, you don't want to
For
make it
now,
complex.
yeah.
Here, I want to make it primary key. Yeah.
Yeah.
And oh, I mugged it. You see, I mugged it.
Auto.
Auto-generate.
Auto.
Here,
Yep,
you
that works.
use the identity. It's good.
Okay, perfect.
And what end? Like if you want to, by default, size of this column will be 256 character. You want to reduce the size of it, so you can use this annotation column, and here you can give the length of it. You want
Nagendra,
to make, you want to make it 100, and email you want to make it of 200. Yeah, now you tell me.
the keyword identity, will it serve the same purpose like auto-generated?
Yeah. This is auto generated.
Okay.
Actually, I have seen in Hibernate 5, if you use identity auto, it creates a new table, right? Identity means it does with the same table. This is my observation. So using identity is a good choice. Ah, hello. It is done. I will make getter and setter, and I'll make it right after some time. Before first of all, I'll make the relationship. Allow me. We are going to do passport.
Yeah.
Passport. See, I'm teaching you Hibernate, slowly, and because I want you should know this much. Because once Hibernate is done, I'll move to the Spring Boot. Passport
Name.
underscore table.
Table. Yeah.
You see how I would say when you do programming, you should become super lazy. So here, copy paste. And this is passport PPP. If you don't want to confuse with this and this, it is up to you. Otherwise, this is a different table column, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Passport
That works.
and
That's all right.
passport number and date of birth. So date of birth you can also use string. It's okay. Date of birth, and here date of birth may 200 100 is enough, right? Yeah. Passport number 40 is enough. It's okay. Yep. Done.
Like Kendra, I have a problem.
Mister. Right.
Yeah, this
Your
is Jay.
problem.
All the ID you made it primary key. Does it mean that it's unique, or you have to, if you want to make it unique, you have to declare it by its own?
No, it becomes unique key when you put this annotation at ID.
Okay, but not all the
At ID.
primary are unique. It comes are unique if they are one-to-one relation, but it could be primary key with one to many relation. That means it won't be primary key, right?
No. Primary key is always, man. You see,
For
this is the
this
primary key.
table, it's always primary key.
For this parent table, it is always primary key. But when you link to the other table, right? PPID is not a primary key. PPID is a foreign key, right, for this table.
Okay.
So anything is a primary key as long as it is in his table. If you're moving to the other table, you cannot give the guarantee, right?
Okay.
Okay, cool. Good question. Foreign key. Like if you ask this kind of question, means you are trying to learn. Thank you for asking question. Oh, now we want to make one-to-one relationship, right? Yeah. I- In this, tell me who is the parent and which one is the child.
So,
The
Passport is
person
child.
table is the parent.
so real
Person
quick.
is.
So
Person is parent and
Person.
password is the child.
See, so what you can do is, like, you want to, passport should have primary key of the person. So in order to do it, here you can make one attribute person. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
You want to configure the foreign key here.
Yeah. The Persian primary key, Persian primary key will be the foreign key of it, right? That's
Yes.
why I made another attribute. What?
Person ID.
Yeah. So
58.
what you can do is let me search one-to-one relationship. Please allow me. The way I'm doing, you can also do in the same fashion. One-to-one, one-to-one mapping annotation. That's fine. You need to understand. I'm not in hurry because honestly, I'm saying always I'm doing and always I forget it, right? It's fine. You should, my friend. Can you help me? I think he's helping me. I'll teach you any easy way. Don't worry. Very complex. नहीं, नहीं, I want simple. Give me a second. 1 second. Some websites are good. Waities. I don't know.
Nagendra,
What happened?
can you not use just add join colon and specify that foreign key there?
Sir, yeah, I'm just looking for the example. Okay. Please allow me. No? Let's go ahead. Like here, first of all, you make getter and setter of it. No? Who will tell me why I am assigning person inside the passport?
Because you
You
want
want,
to.
एक
you want to
second, एक
create a
second.
foreign key in passport.
Yeah, that's the reason. You just mug it. Okay, done. After it, on Persian, you have to mention one annotation join column. What? Abey
Joining code.
join column, either I'm just doing copy paste, right?
Yeah.
So here the join column name of the basically you need to mention the foreign key name. As per the photo, foreign key is FID. The use
Yeah.
FID.
Hmm.
And unique true means this FID will be unique. If you make it true, it is one to one. That's it. So I said, for to map the person, right? To map the master data, to map the master primary key, we need to make a join column. This column will be introduced in which table?
In
Passport table.
Passport table.
Passport.
passport.
So
Passport.
In
you
the
make
child table.
FID
Hmm.
in child table. Of course, man, I'm doing in
Hmm.
passport. So this column will go. We have one column, second column, third column, fourth column will go in this table. And you have to use one more. I'm telling you, one to one, because you have to say this is this have what relation, right?
Hmm.
Abey, this passport has relation with Persian one to one.
Yeah.
And cascade all means when you save passport, it should first of all save master data, right? Yes or no?
Okay.
Like here I mentioned cascade type. Why? Cascade type means when you save the passport, first of all, person should be created, right? Then only you can
Yeah.
create the passport.
Yeah.
It
Then
all
you can
means,
get the foreign key.
hey, I am saving passport. You say, hey, you cannot save passport. First of all, go and save person.
Person.
And this person will generate the primary key, and that primary key will be inserted here as a foreign key. I have done with everything. Anybody have any question query regarding
yeah,
this?
Yeah.
wait, so Cascade just make sure to create the person first and create the person
Exactly.
key.
Yep. That's true. That's true. Cascade all means whenever you do some operation on passport, first of all, that operation will be applied on person. Clear? Yep. And you understand this mapping? That's it. This is one-to-one mapping, and you should know only this much. If you understand this much, I can show you the program.
Yeah.
Should that be PID or FID is okay, or we can use
No,
anything?
you can give
It's
any
a
name,
foreign.
right?
Yeah, it's
Okay,
fine.
This is a
perfect.
foreign key column name. Somebody
Okay,
can write
perfect.
magic ID. It's
Okay,
fine.
makes
Magic
sense.
ID, I think you'd be able to remember it, right? Magic ID. Okay.
Yeah.
Or you can write person ID. No? Make more sense, right? Hello. Hello. No. Can I try? If you allow to me, my job is
Yeah.
done.
Yes, sir.
Like when you make entity as per the Hibernate, don't forget to mention over here. Otherwise, Hibernate will not recognize it.
Uh,
So here you see my speed. Copy paste person, and here you can do passport. Done.
hmm.
Hello.
Hmm.
Done. Cool. After that, we have to create a main method. Yeah. No?
Can we delete
Yes.
the vehicle since vehicle is a
I'm making another main method. My main method would be person main. What I'm going to save? Person passport. Make sense? Save. Most of the time, copy paste. Nah?
Yeah.
After it, you need to. I don't
We
know what
need
I'm
the session
doing.
factory for it.
You need to
Sub,
create a
sub, sub,
session,
sub, sub, sub,
create a
sub.
session.
Everything. I don't remember the syntax. I cannot do that much. Oh, done it, right? Hello. Wait, this is common, right? Begin
Mhm.
transaction. This much is template, right? Common. Your job will start from here, no? What you need to do first?
Create an object of type person.
Create object of both of them.
Create person first.
You have to create both. Order doesn't matter, right?
Yes, it doesn't matter.
So you no need to set the primary key. Remember it. That is auto generated. We talked about. Person may I forget to generate getter and setter.
Yeah.
Generate getter and setter and toString method. I think I forget to generate toString method here also.
In the passport, yeah.
Give me a second. Okay. So
Parameterized constructor, you don't need that?
no, we don't have. So I'm just hitting email ID. Where I jump? Okay, okay. Two. Give me a second. I did some blender. It's okay. Slowly. Yeah. Person dot set name.
Yeah.
Then after that we have to
Passport.
then you can make an object of passport. You see my style?
Yes,
Date
control
of
space.
birth. Oh, something is wrong. It's fine. Then it's after that you can set dot number. Then here you have to set the person also. Got it?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Person.
This is important, guys.
Mm.
Create person and you have to make the relationship. This is important. This is important, right? After
Yeah.
that, what you will save it? You will save session object dot save passport.
Passport.
Mm.
You will always save child record, okay? Today,
Okay.
always, because we design like that. Save always child record.
Again, I don't see where you saved the column for foreign key in passport.
Already I teach you the same thing. When you save the passport, right? Here you mention cascade all. When you save the passport, it will automatically save the person. So first of all, person will be saved. Then person will generate the primary key, and that primary key will be saved in this column as a foreign key automatically. Hello? What is it? When you save passport, first of all, as per the mapping, one-to-one cascade all, it will save person. When person will be saved, it will generate the primary key of it. And that primary key will be saved in this column as a foreign key. Got it? So it is automated. Can I try?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Don't forget this line, okay? Begin transaction and commit transaction.
Yeah.
Let me run it. Guys, we have to be happy. It's running. You see? 2 queries fired. First query is pushing data into person table. Primary key is generated. And then date of birth, number, and foreign key is pushed into child table, as we discussed. So you want to see this in table?
Select query now.
Select query. No, of course, I'll show you, but I would like to show you that 2 table is created.
Yeah.
Where
wow.
it is. Yeah. So you can see in person table, 1 Nagendra and name, and you see in the passport table. You see foreign key. Primary key of this
Okay.
table is 1 and foreign key, it's coincidence, right? As we discussed, my job is done. Like if you fetch, let me fetch what? Passport. If you fetch passport, automatically it will fetch person also. Why? Because relation is there.
Yeah.
Got it? So what you can do is, you can use session object as I did, right? Dot create query. Same thing. That's why I'm saying you have to do a little bit practice from passport,
From
right?
passport. Yeah.
When you fetch passport, automatically relationship is there. Passport is related with person. That person data will be also loaded. All right. Yes, it's right. Like one thing is important. When you import anything in the main file, always use from the Hibernate. Mug it. What is it? Always use from the Hibernate. Clear? But when you put annotation on the entity, you always use from JavaX. Please mug it. In entity class, you should use annotation from JavaX. In main method, you should use from the Hibernate. Reason I will tell you tomorrow, not today. Query dot, you can use list. So it will give you what, man? List of
List of
List
passport.
of passports
passport.
along with the person info.
Very nice. Because of mapping. You see, if you do the same thing in real in normal programming, you have to write a lot of stuff. Lista passports. Huh? After that, you can print it, right? Yep. How to print it? You know, it's out. Yeah, it's a boring job. We know Java 8? I don't know. For
Passport.for each.
each system
Print
dot out
println.
println. Done. Let's run it. I'm in hurry. It's running. My job is done. You see?
Yes,
When you are printing a passport, it is printing person information also. This is enough for today, right?
I have one question again.
Please go ahead.
You